Quong Tart, Australian Chinese legend. Here is the intriguing story of one of Australia's most famous adopted sons. Around 4% of Australians identify as having Chinese ancestry, and in spite of cultural transition barriers, especially language and a historical xenophobia, they've become a vibrant part of the Australian story. Although the first officially documented Chinese immigrant was Mac Sai Ying in 1818, he achieved notoriety as the publican of the Lion Tavern in Parramatta. It was Quong Tart who helped to dramatically change the image of the Celestials in colonial Sydney. Quong Tart was born in 1850 in the Guangdong province village of Shandy. He travelled to Australia with his uncle, accompanying Chinese labourers bound for the southern New South Wales New Gold Mountain. He stayed with a kindly Scottish mine and store owner, Thomas Forsyth, from whom he learnt his love of all things Scottish. The young Quong Tart was such a quick learner, even his accent was Scottish. He was next taken in by the wealthy family of Robert Simpson, who encouraged him as a proper English gentleman. By the age of 21, Quong Tart had amassed a small fortune from gold claims, and in 1871 he repaid his good fortune by becoming a naturalised British citizen. In 1881 he returned to China, establishing trading relations, and returned to open a network of highly successful silk stores and tea shops, the first tea rooms in Sydney. On his return from China, wearing his trademark kilt, he announced to the newspapers, "My foot is on my native heath. My name is now McTart." Quong Tart's 6 tea rooms at the Royal Arcade, Haymarket, Moore Park Zoo, George Street, Sydney Arcade and King Street were famous throughout Australia. But it was his elite hall in the Queen Victoria building where his most successful enterprise flourished. With seating for over 600, it became Sydney's society meeting place. Opened in 1898, the elite housed restaurants, tea rooms, exhibition areas, and a stage for concerts and ceremonies. Quong Tart was a much-admired Sydney identity, highly respected for his business acumen and philanthropy, and loved for his kindness and eccentricity. The Daily Telegraph of 1897 observed that he was as well known as the governor himself, and quite as popular among the classes. Quong Tart died of pleurisy at his Ashfield mansion, Gallop House, in July 1903, aged 53 years. His funeral saw thousands of Sydneysiders line the streets to pay their respects to this remarkable man. 200 men escorted his coffin from his home to the mortuary railway station. Quong Tart, buried at Rookwood Cemetery.